Okay, so here's a quick shoot video for collecting factory sealed games. I'm going to give you a couple of tips of when to buy factory sealed games, and hopefully these tips will work out for you. First up, I like handheld systems, so collecting for failed consoles such as the Atari Lynx or the Neo Geo Pocket. Collecting for these systems is a good idea because they come in a cardboard box, and the games mostly are found loose anymore. So finding them sealed in a box can be hard to find, so they will probably go up in value. Also, failed consoles, such as the TurboGrafx 16 system, generally go up in value as most people lose the outer box. They come in a smaller CD box inside, and that's what most people save and they throw away the outer box. Also, collecting for certain developers, such as Working Designs there, pretty much guarantees it's going to go up in value in the future. I picked up this game, Gun Griffin Blaze, for about $3 factory sealed. So deals still can be had, but in the future, it's pretty much guaranteed to go up. This one I also picked up for about $5 sealed, and now used it's going for a lot more money. PlayStation 1 generally had this bar going across with that little foil thing right there. Also, games like Shadow of the Colossus here, I saw it for $10, or it's the greatest hits version. Initially, doesn't seem like it's going to go up in value, but I believe it will as it was released at the end of the PlayStation 2's life cycle, and it's a very renowned game. Also, franchises to look for is Castlevania games. Castlevania games factory sealed do very well, and picking up any of them that you see is a good idea. God of the War, I believe most people are just getting into that and going strong. So that has sky's the limit. As new games are being made, people try and go back and collect the old games. So getting the factory sealed games at this time is a good idea. Katamari Damacy is another one that's just plain weird and people want to see it so much. So collecting sealed for that's a good idea. Some of these later PS2 games, they drop the foil bit, but you could tell because the creases here, and then you know that that's sealed. Also, Zelda games are very sought after. I like handhelds, like I said before, so collecting all the Zelda handheld games sealed pretty much guarantees it's going to go up in value. This is the GameCube version of Twilight Princess, and it was very important to me to have that factory sealed as they only sold a few copies in stores because most people bought the Wii version. So if two versions come out for the same system, get the least popular one. It's almost guaranteed to go up. Limited production runs are another good idea. This is the 25-year anniversary of Mario, and I pre-ordered many copies of this when it was released. Later, Nintendo ran a reprinting, but these are all original prints, and I just knew that they were going to skyrocket. Also, games at the end of a console's life cycle. And Xseed is very good at doing this for the Wii. They brought us Pandora's Tower and Last Story here. Xenoblade is also a good one. Keep factory sealed. As you can see, that one already skyrocketed in price. And it even came with some funny art books, and this came with a CD. Also, some of the pre-order bundles gave you a good idea, too, what to get. Also, peripherals. This thing already seems to have failed. It's a circle pad for the 3DS. And I bought it just to keep it factory sealed because I don't see any use for it in the future, and I think it could go up. Also, failed systems such as the Atari Jaguar, sometimes they attached things to it. Here's a multiplayer game, White Man Can't Jump, and they attached the TurboTap to it and had it all factory sealed from the factory this way. So I think it's a pretty good idea to hold on to stuff like that. Also, here is a peripheral for the Wii with a Zelda game. Zelda games always go up in value when kept factory sealed. Always. There's not a single one that hasn't. So it's a good idea. This you can still find in stores for about $25, brand new. So I recommend picking it up. Here's something. The giant boxes for the collectors that the stores tend to push out on people. These generally don't go up in value anytime soon, but given enough time, like 10, 15 years, you start to see them start creeping back up. So sometimes buying these a year after they came out, you could pick up them for a good deal and get it quite a bit cheaper. Same with this giant thing with the remote control car. I got it for $50 less than what it was asking for new, just because I picked it up for a couple of years, later, and it's all factory sealed and everything, and it's just going to stay on my shelf for another 10 years. So remember, try to look for certain game companies like Nintendo, or well-established franchises like Zelda or Mario, or the Castlevania series. Mega Man series tend to always go up if you keep those games factory sealed, or, Working Designs in general. Anything of theirs goes up in value, factory sealed or not. So a couple of quick tips, and hopefully you can grow your collection. So happy collecting.